Welcome to Public House, intimate conversations with people making a difference in the Hudson Valley. And now from Paula's Public House in Poughkeepsie, here's Paula Young.
Hi, I'm Paula Young, and welcome to this edition of Public House, which is taking place in our garden. And today I am delighted to introduce everyone to Wayne Nussbickel from N&S Supply. Hello, Wayne. It's good to see you.
Hi, Paul. It's great to be here. Thank you.
Now, Wayne Nussbickel is not a name that necessarily goes rolling off one's tongue, but everyone knows N&S Supply. So tell me who you are and what you are.
Well, N&S Supply is a wholesale plumbing and heating and air conditioning distributor. And we are actually in our fourth generation now. I'm third generation, and my daughter and a nephew are involved in the business now. And we have 6 locations throughout the Hudson Valley. And what I think the most important aspect of it is we're local, we give back, we're involved in the community, and we just really enjoy being here and being part of the community.
Well, what is it that you are? Tell me what you are.
Well, we are primarily contractor-based, professional installers with air conditioning, boilers, heating, and also a lot of plumbing. We also have retail showrooms. We have retail showrooms in Brewster, Fishkill, and in Kingston and Catskill. And we really enjoy dealing with people and meeting people. And like I said, we're also very involved in giving back to the community. And it's actually a lot of fun.
How did you start?
Well, it was really interesting. It started out as a junk business in the 30s during the Great Depression. And my grandfather, Lou, was like, I remember the show Sanford and Sons from
Sure.
And that's what he basically did. And he found there's more and more of a need and a demand for plumbing and heating, and he just evolved. In the old days, you could do that back in the 30s and 40s. There went the regulations.
Now, Nussbickel is a Dutch name or German name?
German name.
Okay, so he came from Germany, or his parents did, and they wound up in Poughkeepsie? How did that happen?
His parents came to live in the Bronx, and actually they were right across the street from Yankee Stadium. Only Yankee Stadium wasn't there, and my great-grandfather was a florist. So he told my grandfather, don't get in a business where things are going to go bad on the shelf. Buy something, if you don't sell it on Monday, you can sell it next Monday.
He's right.
So they got into something that direction. And it was interesting because the property across the street was owned by the Astors, and when Mr. Astor passed away, my great-grandfather was the florist for the rich. And if you remember, the Grand Concourse was a very high-end area in the 20th century to the 20s. So my great-grandfather said, never buy land in this country. It's not going to be worth anything. You want to buy land, buy it in Germany. So obviously, real estate wasn't what he should have been going into, and plumbing and heating ended up being.
So, but how did he come up north and take a left turn and wind up here?
My grandfather was the 7th son, and he was the youngest, and the Depression hit. He used to come up and weekend in Wappingers and spend some time, and then when the Depression hit, they lost pretty much everything and took just what they had and moved up to Wappingers and had an called Ivy Lodge, and it was a like a bed and breakfast, if you will. They call it a boarding house then, and it's on Myers Corners. The building still exists by the little pond in Myers Corners, right by RC Ketchum. And then they weren't really making it there and had a chance to sell it, and they bought a small house right where we are located right now, which was Route 9 then, and now it's old Route 9. And that's how it all started, in the shed.
And so they started as a junk dealer and getting building supplies, and then it grew and it grew and it grew.
Right.
And what made you decide to go into it versus becoming a doctor, lawyer, Indian chief?
Well, one thing that's very interesting, and I've always appreciated, my family's never pushed anybody really into the business. And even though I was born, the doctor came out and said, my father, you have a son to help you carry on the plumbing business. But I didn't know about that till years later. But, you know, you have an opportunity and you do what you want to do, kind of find your way. And then when I was a teenager, I worked there part-time, and I went away for a while when I went to school. And I realized being part of that legacy and that heritage and that involvement in the community, it was an honor to be a part of it.
Tell me about the involvement in the community.
Well, my father was quite a dynamic, outgoing. You know, he'd be one of those guys who would say, come on, let's go. And everybody would go, why are we running? I don't know, Norm says to run. So we'd just be running. And he said, the community has been so great. The Hudson Valley, and especially Dutchess County, has been so wonderful to us. How can you not give back and make it a better place?
Right.
And how can you not be a part of it? And you know, and you have some resources, you know other folks to have some resources. And sometimes just making a big difference isn't that complicated.
And you give back with?
Well, a lot of our employees are involved in many organizations, the Heart Fund and many other organizations, and we're sitting on boards, charitable, and we help, you know, Patterns for Progress and everything we can try to do and to help people
I
and to help make
understand.
it a better place. And we support different organizations, and it's really fun because we're really a sense of community, and our people are like family. You know, a lot of companies say, oh, my employees are my members of my family, but we've had people who've been with us 20, 30, 40 years.
That's wonderful.
And we have people that their kids have been with us now, and you know, they're second and third generation.
Well, I know you have a million stories and we could sit here all day, but I'm going to ask you the question that I like to ask because I like to know who people really are. So you get up in the morning,
Right.
you kiss your wife hello. What is it that gives you joy? What inspires you to get up in the morning?
I'd have to say knowing that I can make a difference, knowing that I can help someone, maybe help someone avoid a problem, help someone solve an issue they didn't know how to help somebody's house get better, help somebody. You know, there's so many things we can do on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes it's just a matter of listening, and sometimes it's a matter of making a few phone calls and saying, can we chip in and help something over here, spend a little time and make this project or make this event a little better, and kind of raise awareness of something that's important, like the Center for Prevention of Child Abuse or family services. And there's so many things like that that are doing so many important things in the
So
community.
you don't just offer the nuts and bolts for people's homes, but also you help people get the nuts and bolts for their life.
That's what we're.
And that's a good thing.
Did you practice that? You must have practiced that on
Wayne
the way in.
Nussbickel, it is my delight and pleasure to have you. Thank you
Paula.
so much, and please continue to do the good work you do.
And thank you so much
And
for
now more
having me.
people know who you are and what your company is, and that's a good thing.
And even more people can probably pronounce Nussbickel now.
Nussbickel, yes. Thank you very much for tuning in to our very first outdoor version of Public House, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Paula Young, and I'm the proprietor here of Paula's Public House. Do join me for good food, good cheer, and good fellowship. We are here, we have fun, and we'd love to have you be a part of it. Come on down.